Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another night here with oxygen not included. We're here in our freeze grave colony, which is on the Rime Asteroid. We've been playing this for a couple weeks now. We've only been streaming about once a week lately with this colony. But so far, I would say that things are going fairly well. We have good oxygen, our food supply is almost at 100,000 kilocalories. Duplicates all have a place to live. Stress is in good shape. Nobody's sick. Everything's going pretty smoothly with the colony so far, which is pretty much about the time that things are almost destined to derail. But welcome everyone who's here in the chat so far, or if you're watching on the channel afterwards, welcome as well. Special thanks to our top tier channel members, Zirian Zelos, Mattia Z, JDog11, Nabs1, The Scrub, Still Snow, Toolkit71, Durgan 8D, and Kathleen Hart. Thank you all very much for those top tier mistakes were made channel memberships. Very much appreciate the support. Today I had started working on some stuff at the end of the last stream to try to improve temperatures and things, particularly in the farming area of the colony, because while we've been doing well with getting food supplies and stuff, things are maybe getting a little bit on the chilly side, and some of the plants are stifling, and that's going to impact our ability to continue to feed our duplicants. So we're certainly going to want to tackle that. We're trying to get that all sorted out today, and then we'll see what we can do to try to, I don't know, expand out the colony a little bit more. I know there was at least a couple geysers here that we found. This one here we tapped into that has the polluted water, and this poor duplicant is over here studying it and not enjoying the wetness at all. But there's also a gas geyser up here that would be nice to tap into for some additional power. We set up a grid down bottom here. Okay, that is working. So it's like, man, is that even working? But we're good. So we have a power grid down bottom that's supplying us with some power and stuff. Temperatures in the colony are starting to warm up through the core of it, but not enough around the farming, so that's something we have to worry on, or not worry on, but something we have to work on. This little pipe here that we had set up to pump some of the polluted water out, I just realized I didn't finish the connection over here. So we need to deconstruct that so we can actually get this thing to work. You restart way too often. Yeah, I've started a lot of colonies in Oxygen Not Included. I tend to like the early part of the game the most, so that tends to be what I tend to play the most. That's why I didn't connect that there. Okay. That was the wrong line. That is the dirty water input, but I didn't want that connected. I need this clean water output, dirty water input. No, I actually do want it connected. I need a pipe bridge here, though. I broke it all. Okay. We need to deconstruct this. Should pay a little more attention before I did that. I'm going to make a big mess here for a second, but I want to make sure we have this all connected up properly, and I'm making a big mess here. Okay. The pipe bridge needs to go this way, because this is intended to be an overflow system. So that when this backs up, it will overflow and go over here. So that's what we want. And then this pipe here is going to have to connect into this part of the bridge. And that should push it all in the right direction. There we go. Okay, now it's bypassing my pump. What? Oh wait, it's bypassing because the pipe. Never mind. It's all backed up. We're good. I need to see how this all plays out now. All right, I think we're okay. Sloppy mess, but I think I got it all sorted. I just jinxed my colony. Yeah, I probably did, yeah. Fun fact, just when you're watching your Stardew Valley stream with Durgan. Oh, hey, Dave. I'm actually really enjoying playing that game. I'm terrible at it, same as I am at a lot of games, but it's a kind of a fun game to toy around with. I do enjoy it. Jess with a super chat. Set up a shearing station in base. We probably should. These Dracos finally hatched. We could put a little... somewhere in here we could put a little... Maybe we do it right in here. Get our Dracos into this space over here. We are going to need something for them to eat. Now, the trouble is going to be that temperatures are not really hot enough for us to feed them. Because the plants won't grow. So we do need to sort that out. But let's go ahead and we'll set up this as a little ranch here. We can tackle our Dracos in here. That'll let us get some reed fiber off them, which would be nice. Shearing station in here. Also, I don't have to worry about a feeding thing for these guys because, frankly, I can't feed them. See how that goes. We have to do a little bit of work to try to heat things up. Too cold for nude Draco butts. Yep, you're not wrong. Poor Drecos are not going to enjoy the chilly welcome they're going to get when we shave all their fur off. We have almost all the research done. We're just working on this last over here for the rocketry. And then we could probably break those machines down. I don't think I will, because they have some ambient temperature I want to hold on to. They're still warm enough that they can help with the temperatures in the surrounding area, but we can at least disconnect them from the power, and then, you know, that'll be a done deal. Get that out of there. This I do not need anymore. We can deconstruct that, since I'm overfilling my dirty water disposal now. Okay, that's good. All right, we have a little circular pattern going. So this is moving water that's around, well, it's only like 13 degrees in here right now, so it's not really going to help a lot. Temperatures in here are fairly similar, I think, around 13 degrees. But we could maybe put like a liquid tepidizer in here. That would warm things up. And then we could use it to warm up our farm in here. I was kind of hoping that the hot water that comes out of the geyser, we'd be able to circulate through here and pick up some of the cold. But it's cooling down a little bit too much, I think. Choose a blueprint. We're bringing the dream bars. We're pretty much stuck at 10 duplicates right now. I don't want to bring any more in for the moment until we get everything kind of sorted. Oh, I need a drop-off station here, too. Critter drop-off. Stick them in here. Well, this just dump all the polluted water to the small water pit and cause it to overflow. Well, yeah, I had to destroy that thing so it would flow over to the larger one. Just got back from rehearsal. Now we're here to watch the stream. Hey, Catherine. Welcome. Thank you, Soom. How you doing? You get all the dupes in hot water soon enough. I'm sure I will. I'm sure we'll find ways to overheat something. Down here, I set up a heater to try to melt some of this ice. It's going to take a little while, I think, to break through this. Once it does, we should get a little flow of water out of that. And I have it set up to pump it into here so we can refill some of this water supply. Because frankly, right now, it's really low. This thing's going through a lot of water movement. I'm a little surprised how much water this is moving. I still have this one wash basin over here too, though, and I should really set up another sink so we don't have that. How's the cold quality going? So far, so good. We really haven't had any troubles with it. The cold doesn't really seem to be presenting too many hiccups, which is kind of nice. Okay, I'm gonna throw a pipe bridge in here. I'm gonna try and swap out the wash basin we have over there for a proper sink. So I'm gonna put in a pipe bridge here to move a fresh water line out this way. That pipe that I'm sending up there with fresh water is going to be kind of inconvenient, all things considered. So we'll do another one here, I guess. We'll send insulated piping into here. The showers might be disabled for a little bit while this gets all caught up for my water supply, but could be worse. I'm going to have them deconstruct this thing. We'll put in a proper sink there. That way, hopefully, we'll start using less water to this pitcher pump, and then we'll start, cut down the amount of water we're pumping out of the bottom. So I don't know how the background of each biome affects the temp. Seems like it has some impact. Yeah, I know some other people were saying before in one of the comments on the last stream that the biome itself doesn't have any direct impact. It's just the mass of the product that's in it that already has temperature. But I don't know. I haven't gone into like a creative mode to test it and see how it goes. To be honest, let's set this for Drecos. Drecos and Drecklets. I can put all those in there. Sorry about the inaccurate SDV advice, but sitting in a bit for. Oh, that's all right. If it's kind of a cool feature for multiplayer, that'll be really handy actually. Water cooler's in a mess. Yeah, I have one. Oh yeah, this one over here. I should actually disable that. We need the water cooler for the room, but I don't actually need them to use it. We have a couple of briar seeds here. I guess we can copy settings on this. I think I didn't plant them all because temperatures were stopping them from growing on the outer edge, but we'll see. "46 tabs open in your browser for no reason." Yeah, that's a lot of tabs. I never have more than a few. Man, Amanda with a super chat. CF and hot water? Never. Molten copper, maybe. Yes, that has happened on 1 or 2 or 4 occasions. It's kind of a more fun to end, like a little bit more fun way to end a colony when you get to that point, rather than just, you know, letting it whimper and go away. Send it out with a bang or a scream or whatever it might be. Okay, they have that piping done, so we need to do our sink over here. Proper sink. Input output is fine. Ugh, this is going to be really messy from a piping perspective because this sink's like way across from where I'm actually cleaning it. That's alright though, I guess. No one ever accused me of having a tidy colony. Alright, so we'll go like this. We'll send a pipe bridge down here. And then I'm just going to tap this in right into here. Okay, so that'll do away with that. Things are getting a little bit warmer in here. Not bad, 13 degrees. Still chilly up here. Little chilly up here, but not too bad. 14, 15 degrees. This down here, I really need to work on things. I think it might be, well, it might be some of the solid mass that's sitting under here that's actually keeping the temperature down. So I'm going to try and get rid of that if I can. I'm going to have to break something open to be able to reach this, but I think it'll be worth it. Let's crack this open. And I kind of want to get rid of this over here too. We'll try and get any mass that's down here that might actually be contributing to temperature loss up here. Probably worth ditching if we can. Oh, poor hatch. I guess we're going to have meat for dinner. There we go. They build those, they should be able to reach that stuff. They can run over and get these last ones. They're in range, so that's good. Hey, potential pee holes. Well, hopefully they're not peeing in the actual farm. If so, we have multiple problems. You know, urine in our water and plants being stifled because they're sitting in liquid. All that stuff. Need a rocket? Yeah, we'll get to the rocket at some point. We're only on cycle 69. We're a long way from the rocket. You have a similar asteroid, you can't bring up the ambient temperature at all. Yeah, I mean, the temperature is coming up all through the middle here. I've sort of scattered the machines that produce heat. So I'm using oxygen diffusers. They produce oxygen at like 30 degrees Celsius, which helps. The showers let off some heat. Some of the bathroom supplies do. We've got the water sieve and a few batteries around that are producing heat. Not a lot, but they produce some. So yeah, you just kind of have to start to spread out things that produce heat so you can make use of them. This water is now at 16 degrees Celsius, which is good. As more and more of this polluted water comes in, what temperature is that? Like 25 degrees. So as more of that gets added into the mix, we'll start getting a little bit warmer temperatures there, and then hopefully that will help spread out the temperature down here. By the time it gets down here, it's like 15 degrees. Oh, good. We're already actually the temperature's already fixing a little bit. Nice. Keep way too many battery storage. Yeah, when you charge up the batteries, they produce heat too. You lose energy also because they'll bleed it away. But for my purposes in this colony, I'm certainly happy to have them just go ahead and produce the heat. I'm okay with that. They still haven't wrangled. Oh, I guess I got to tell them to wrangle these things. It's like, why haven't they moved the direct? Oh no, the slicksters are loose too, and I don't have anything to feed them with. Not to mention the fact I can't do anything about the right temperatures for them to stay alive. So I think our slicksters are toast. Is there? I don't think there's anywhere here that has. No, I don't have good temperatures here anywhere really. 18 degrees is about the best I have. I think 21 in the bathroom. But we can't put them in the bathroom. 18, 19 over here. I could almost seal them in over here, but again, it's just not going to be hot enough. They need really warm temperatures, and I haven't built a space for them. So I had kind of intended to crack the slickster eggs open earlier and make some omelets, but instead they're floating around. Hatches produce heat, make a room, and just dump endless hatches into it. Can't put them in the bathroom with that attitude. Poor Slickstars to be swimming around the toilets. Can you imagine if you had to go to the bathroom and it was like 50 some odd degrees in there? I mean, it might be better than sitting on a freezing cold toilet seat, but I don't know by how much. He's sweating instead. Okay, so this is all good in here. I just need I need food for them now. It's 15 degrees in here. What temperature do I need for oh boy, actually what seeds do I even have? Mealwood, Blier Blossom, Thimbleweed Seed. I don't even know that I can feed them. The Dracos might be short-lived. I'm pretty sure we're going to be stuck in a place where I can't get them to eat. Well, I could get mealwood to grow in there, I guess. They can eat mealwood. So let's maybe do that. Let's put a couple planter boxes in here. We'll plant some mealwood. They can munch on that. Lucas with the super chat. Sorry for disappearing for a while. Still love you. Welcome back, Lucas. Glad you're able to make the stream, and thanks for the super chat. Much appreciated. Throw a heater in a 2x2. They'll be fine. I don't know. Does that thing even produce enough heat for that? It's not cool, not heating up down there very well. Oh, good. This is all nicely temperaturized now. 16-degree water going through. Nice. Planter boxes won't reach because the Dracos can't reach it? Or won't work because the Dracos can't reach it? Are you sure? I could have sworn I'd had some planted here. I'm going to try it. You might be right, but I'm going to try anyway. Crab rave time? It will potentially get you blue Dracos in plastic early possible. Yeah, potentially. The trouble is going to be there's no hydrogen in here, so they're not going to regrow their scales. We're not going to get a whole lot of use out of them. I might actually... No, why is this spinning like crazy, but there's nothing actually being sheared? That seems like a bug. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of wondering whether I should even bother growing the food in here. I might just turn them into meat. We'll get like one shaving out of them and then turn them into barbecue. Because I can't get hydrogen here for them to regrow their scales anyway. I guess I could go up one floor. If I move them up here, then we could put in like an electrolyzer or something. That'll get us the hydrogen. No. All of you get out of here. Rebuild that. Everybody stay out of the pool. No! Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Nope. Get out of there. Nope. Always somebody going in. I can't even pick them. Zacharano, there we go. Don't get your head stuck, please. Come on, quick, quick, quick. Oh, it had to happen. Oh. All right. This door is set up so they can go out, so I guess that's fine. Trying to keep them out of the water. They don't like getting wet too often. Blue Briders, you don't want them down there. Yeah, I could have done that too, but I mean, I have the door over here they can get out anyway. Just I was preferring them not to go down there in the first place. Oh, somebody must have they breathed out a little bit of CO2. We've got a tiny little bit of crude oil sitting here now. What temperature is that at? Crude oil, 22.9 degrees. Actually, it's not bad. It'd be kind of handy. All right, we got our Dracos shaved over here. That's good. Still no water down here yet. Choose a blueprint. Copper, we only have 215 kilograms, so I'm going to take that. Thank you. Ooh, pinch of pepper seeds. It's only one, though. This is like the future of coffee. All right, I'm going to take this because we have tons of copper out here if I want to actually make the effort to dig it all. I probably should start, I guess. No worries, Slickstars will be dead soon. Yeah, they're not going to last long. It's too cold. Too cold. Not warm enough for pinch peppers yet. No, I know, but at least if I have the seed. See, the trouble is if I have to wait around for another seed to come along so I can even plant them, it does present certain problems, right? But you're right. We are definitely not warm enough for pinch of pepper plants yet. It's like 18 degrees in here, which it's starting to improve. It just we're gonna hit the opposite thing. We're gonna hit the swing level where it's gonna tip over and things will start getting too hot on me. That'll be great. Suffocating. Who's suffocating now and why? Oh, you're trapped. Get out of there. Okay, we'll throw a ladder up out here, and that will give them the opportunity to dig all this junk out. Lots of coal in here, which is good. Coal and copper and tons of space. Are slicksters warming the environment? I don't know if they produce heat. I don't think so. I mean, they're 71.6 degrees, so they're pretty warm, but I don't know whether they actually release any heat into the environment around them. Their oil was warm. This little oil slicks they're putting on the ground are producing heat. So I guess there's that. Some of these dupes aren't the smartest I've seen. What do you mean by some of them? Almost all of them. They're not exactly what you would call mental dynamos. Oh, I've got shine bugs in the sleeping area again. We're still... I wanted to get some phosphorite. That's what I was looking to look for. So we have some phosphorite out here we can grab. A little bit out here too. I'm gonna try and grab some phosphorite here. We can feed the shine bugs. And then that will hopefully get them away from our sleeping area. I think that was probably the best and closest area for us to grab the phosphorite from. Yeah, the slicksters are really cute, actually. They did it again. They trapped themselves out here again in the exact same way. That should be the last of the sand falling down there, though, at least. It's taking a long time down here. I might want to put a second heater down here. 1 degree. Utility space heater. We'll put a second space heater down here. Try to warm this up enough to get some of this ice to melt a bit more. A decent supply of water out of that. Need a ladder to get to the phosphorite. Yeah, I will actually. Or I can just cancel right here. Got hydrogen out here. Oh, another guy. Oh, we found that one before. That's the chlorine one. What do we have out here? This looks so nice. Yeah, there's hydrogen out here. We got brine in here. I haven't seen brine. There must be a geyser out here. Nice. Oh, wow. Look at the polluted water building up. 18 degrees. That's great. The only way you've seen a heater work is in a small space. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I have these, like, the heat that comes off of these goes, like, directly above them. Normally it goes up in, like, a straight column. I don't know that it's actually going to work, but we'll see. They tend to throw more heat upwards than they do in other directions. I just don't know if they're going to be powerful enough for this. We'll let it run for a bit. They don't consume a lot of power, so it's could be worse. Copper lifted a few brain cells. Too bad fireplaces aren't a thing. Yeah, fireplace would be neat, actually. Heat of the oxygen, but it has no mass, so the heat transfer is really slow. Yeah. You can use a liquid temperature instead of the space heater. Found that in the past the best way to melt. 200 plus days in the Rime currently. Yeah, the liquid temperature is great. It's really it's power, like it takes a lot of power though. 960 watts to run that. At present, I only have 2 coal generators running, so I technically could run it, but it would tap out almost all of my power. Base needs a skylight. Well, this is like the core of the colony, and we're keeping it well pressurized and everything. And then as we expand, we'll move a little bit farther up. Oh, you know what I also needed to set up that I haven't done yet is a carbon skimmer. We're gonna need one of those. I'd like to get mushrooms, but I don't think we have any seeds. We're gonna have to get out into the swamp biome so we can find those. On the plus side, it's too cold. There's no germs in the swamp biome, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, let's actually. I'm gonna send some duplicates out here on a little expedition. I'm gonna see if I can find some dust caps. It's not warm enough for us to make the dust caps yet, or to grow them, but at some point it should be. We're gonna need slime and stuff for that too, but need to get the natural gas generator. Yes, we can connect up to that also. Look at the ice forming down here. There's water sitting next to the generators, but otherwise ice. Put the slugs at the bottom. Maybe they'll convert the CO2 into warm oil to heat it up down there. Can't hurt. I think the slicksters. Well, the slicksters we need a trap for though. We can't just move them. I should have moved them when they were still eggs. So I don't think that's going to be a thing we can try, because we can't pick them up. I need plastics for that, and I don't think we have any plastic. We have a little bit of oil, but none of that I've converted into plastic yet. Need the farm pile for the Drecos. I'm not really, you know, I built it seeing whether they could, I just wanted to test and see whether they could reach it. But even if they can't, it doesn't really matter, because they can't regrow their scales without hydrogen, and I don't have any hydrogen in here. So I might just let them turn into meat. And then we'll grab some more of them if they happen to come along. No volcanoes in this colony yet, no. A couple geysers so far, but no volcanoes. It's like 12.9 degrees in here. It's getting better. Deconstruct the floor that the slicksters are on and let them go down. Well, the trouble is I'd have to deconstruct a lot of floor to get them down there. I'm not really worried about it. We'll try to get slicksters again another time. Later on in the colony, when we have a better opportunity to keep them alive. They aren't useful to be let them die. I never would have said such a thing. I only implied it. Okay, I should make a break route for our duplicants. It might need more power though, so maybe I should focus on first tapping into this this pocket of natural gas up here. We can set up a generation system, and I think maybe the best way to do that will be to tap in right here. Send a little line up here, and then we'll just dig out a spot in here. Four tiles high. There we go. We will need a way to send the power down too, so we can actually tap that all the way down bottom and into our grid here, I think. Don't harvest the plants in the ranch. It's not gonna matter. They're at like 99%, and these guys aren't eating them anyway. The Drecos don't wait for the plant to get to 100% before they try to eat it. They'll eat it during its growth progress. Not that they can reach it anyway, but... I should just dig this up. We'll put in some proper ones. We'll keep them alive for now, I guess. Mayfic rock down low? A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's hard. I don't know how high up the top of the asteroid is from here, but... I think this one's relatively centralized, so it should be pretty far up there. Oh, you know what? I need to put, I need to change this tile out into... I don't know, we'll just take an airflow tile there, I guess. So that I can put a door on here. If this gets too full, I want to have a means to close it off and contain the water. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I can just keep this door closed. Nobody go in right now. If it gets completely backed up, it'll just stop up that. Another care package. More food. Done research. You can just make the Slickster pen. It would have to get really hot though in the center of the colony, and that would be bad. I mean, granted, this is the asteroid where temperatures are not really a great thing, but we're gradually heating up the colony as it is, even without something like that. I'd be a little reluctant to go too hardcore. I do ultimately want to have a farm out here for mushrooms, so I think I'm going to plan for the fact that I'm going to get them eventually. Actually, I want to make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to set up some farm space in here for them. We can start raising the temperatures in here ahead of time. Maybe put tiles in the beginning here. Nope, it's gotta go down one lower. There we go. Cancel that. This could be all farm tiles in here. We won't be able to plant these for a while because it's gonna take a while for A for us to find the seeds and then B to be able to make any kind of use out of them. But sounding kind of counting your mushrooms before they cap. Yeah, pretty much. There aren't any growing out here because it's too cold, but I'm hoping we can find some actually in the swamp biome. This is going to need pneumatic doors because I want the CO2 to be able to filter in. We can even set stuff in here. And actually, these tiles shouldn't be regular tiles. They should be airflow tiles. There we go. So that'll be our little mushroom ranch. When we get it going. We're about 100 plus blocks for the top, also the same to the below. The asteroid's big, yeah. It is funny that there's mafic rock down here, though. It might just be like an anomaly that's related to this type of asteroid. Because they've really changed the biomes and stuff around for some of these special asteroids. What's a super pastel? It's a pastel that's better than all the other pastels. Wears a little cape and flies around. Meant to do that earlier. I forgot to set that thing on. Oh, this is all ready. We need to get direction left because I want them to wash their hands on their way in to prepare the food. Not that it's too germy in here, being chillier and all, but how's this piping set up? Wow. All right, we got plenty of water. This isn't pumping. Why is it not pumping anymore? Oh. I wanted to set this if it's, turn on if the current pressure is above 500 kilograms. There we go. I forgot I had that on there. Need to get that bad water to good water. Yeah, we're not going through his water nearly as quickly as we were before now. So I'm just trying to melt some ice over here. We can actually just take the water that's in here and we could clean it, actually drop it in there. So this incoming polluted water is flowing through our garden. I could actually set another scrubber here instead. Maybe set it up over here and then dump it in our water pit. And then lo and behold, things would be nice again in here. I was kind of using it to warm things up, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I can do without that. Let's go to refinement. Set up our water sieve in here. I'm gonna repipe the water that's coming out of here just a little bit. Plumbing, liquid pipe. So I'm gonna plan to just pipe this up and back, so we'll get a little double heating at the bottom row. This is gonna be awkward. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna make a really big mess here, but this is, no, that's not gonna work there. Hold up. It won't fit. Liquid bridge. Going through there, coming out into here. That one can go this way, and then we can send this in a pipe into here and just dump it in. No, I can't do that because I gotta cross that pipe. Arrgh. Okay. I'll do it this way. Cancel that one. We'll move it up a little higher. So put it in there, and then I'll put one here, and then the one down bottom could be the one that feeds it in. So now we just go like this. Connect it into this end. Into there. Into there. This one's got to flip. Like so. We'll send it out of here and into this. There we go. And when they get all this pipe built, I'm actually... Well, so I'll just do it now. We'll set the door so they can go in and out of there so they can finish that off. Yay for pipe spaghetti necessarily in your base. Yeah, we've got a lot of pipe spaghetti going on. I don't mind it so much in this base because I'm content to let the heat radiate off the pipes a little bit. But we'll see. Is it normal for the starting map to have 0 water pools? Nope, not normally. Usually there's something. They always give you... They give you oxygen and water at the beginning every time. I've never seen one that doesn't have any at all. Isn't that water tad germy? It might be a tiny bit, but... Yeah, just a little bit. I forgot about the germs, to be honest. That's probably why I didn't do it before. It's very germy. I forgot the water came out of there super germy. Well... Until we get a solution for the germs, I can't really do this, can I? That was a waste of time. I completely forgot about that thing being super germy. Alright, Dibblegans. Now go dig a hole and fill it back in again. I meant to, I knew there was a reason why I hadn't done it before. That would be it. We actually need to get down to the chlorine geyser so we can build a little room to purify stuff. Yes, I forgot how germy that was. It's crazy. Let's all appreciate the fact that you're not a plumber. Yes, exactly. Be very glad that I'm not doing the plumbing in your home. Just the same as you should be happy I'm not your car mechanic. See, I have a different problem over here. I did get some of this stuff to melt, and it's just leaving chunks of ice on the ground. It's so cold down here, it freezes after it drops down. So this is a wasted effort over here. Save the power. That's not going to work. Not going to work. And then I'm not a chef. I can actually cook, though. The difference is when you're trying to do it with like a mouse and keyboard when you're playing a game, it's a little different. But I can actually cook. Alright, what kind of room size do we have in here? This is 42 tiles, that's 43 tiles. Combined, they're 85. And the maximum size we can have for a greenhouse is 96. So I should actually make this a little bigger. Deconstruct this and these. I'm going to cancel this. And then we'll build a little ladder at the other end. Just make it one big room. And that way I can put a couple more farm plots in here too. A couple more farm tiles, and then we can put our little farm station up here. Not that I have any fertilizer to use, but we might at some point. You never know, I guess. There. Perfect. You can cook almost anything except homemade popcorn. Your wife's a wizard at it, though. Oh, really? Does she use, like, the pot on the stove with, like, a little bit of oil, whether it's, like, coconut oil or other types of oil? Or is it, like, something else? Can you move the bottom row up one and then put the third row under? Yeah, it might actually be enough. What's our spacing wise? It's 90 tiles now. If I moved it up one row, we'd save, I'd say 15 tiles. So no, it wouldn't quite fit, I don't think. Not based on the size that I've made this. We could put a partial third row in. It's not a full one. I have an air popper when you've forgotten to buy a microwave. We actually got this this cool microwave popping thing for popcorn. It's like this. It's almost like this rubbery kind of bowl, and you just pour the kernels in it that you would normally put in like an air popper. A little bit of butter in there, and you pop it in the microwave for like 3 minutes, and the popcorn comes out super fresh. It's like way better than the air popper. I find the air popper tastes stale now. Alright, it's gonna be a long time before they can do anything with this, but at least we have it built. So we're ready when we get the opportunity to have some mushrooms. And that will give me maybe an opportunity to try and work on sort of increasing the ambient temperature in here too. Yeah, this thing called the popcorn button in your microwave makes it perfect every time. Nice. A few times I've had mine actually burn it on me, so I don't use that one. Got me to this game and Stardew Valley. Love the games, love the streams. Thanks, Russian dude. If you're gonna get hooked on two games, you could certainly do a lot worse than Stardew Valley and not Minecraft. Oxygen not included. Such a good game, both of them actually. All right, I don't know what to do with this mess over here. This did not turn out the way I wanted it to. Here's a blueprint. Oh, good. We can get more ice or rust. Neither of which I desperately need. If I get the ice, I gotta sweep it. I'm gonna get the rust. Because I'm not currently storing ice anywhere. Although I could actually put ice in here. It wouldn't melt on me. You're great with kids. Always present, always cook. Looks like a wife. Yeah, my wife might disagree, Q-Steam, but thank you. I haven't finished Ancestors yet. No, we're gonna stream that again this week. Try and get. We're down to like 3 million years, I think is where we are right now. We have to get to like 2 million years to finish out the game. So we still have a ways to go. The hard part is going to be that we've done a lot of the discovery of things. We have a few more locations to discover, but then after that, I think it's going to be all down to like reproduction. That's how we're going to try to get our bonus years. Use the rust to get chlorine. It produces such small quantities of chlorine, though. In here, the rusty oxidizer makes 30 grams per second of chlorine. It's so tiny. We have a chlorine geyser down here. I just gotta get to the point where I want to tap into it. You got Oni and Ancestors because of you. You make amazing content. Got your daughter hooked on your Oni videos too. Thanks. Thanks, Marcus. Glad you enjoyed both games, though. They're pretty awesome. Some dude vlogging. That's right, STV. Or Stardew Vacation if you can get Durgan to do all the work for you. And multiplayer. All right. We should probably think about having a break room at some point. Oh, but again, I want to get this first. I don't know whether I should prioritize digging them, having them dig up there or what. Or maybe I should prioritize digging down here to try to get some mushroom caps. Not that I can grow anything in here yet anyway. It's not warm enough. What's the temperature here? 19 degrees. What do the mushroom caps need? It's pretty warm, I think. Well, actually, 5 to 35. That's not bad. I can use the 19-degree temperature here to warm the lower part of the base also. I'm going to do that. Give me a pipe bridge in here. We'll put pipe bridge here. And then I can send insulated pipe down here into our little farm space and use regular liquid pipe in here. Nope. Switch it back out to insulated pipe out here. Connect that up. Then I'll just take this little loop out here. The bottom row here is not going to get as much heat, though, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens. See how it goes. Yeah, I found some brine, which is good. You're the one that wanted to play single player? Yeah, but I wanted to learn more about the game, Durgan. I was playing multiplayer, and you were doing all the work. And I was slacking off like a joker, which is kind of what I do in games. Especially when there's a lot of gathering and stuff involved. So I figured if I was gonna get decent at playing the game at all myself, it's probably a really good idea to not have you do all the stuff for me. Yes, I do have a short memory. I don't know if it's a short memory or short attention span. I can't focus on it long enough. It never makes it into long-term memory. Do I know enough about the game now? Not yet. I want to go through at least a full year so I get all the seasons down. Plus, it's funnier when Durgan gets all shouty. Stop spending the money on beer, she says. As if that's gonna happen. It's chilly down here, -6 degrees. I wonder how long it'll take for it to cool off the polluted water. Man, this is warming up really nicely in here now. We've got it all nicely insulated. Temperatures are gonna get really nice. Everything's good so far. 155,000 kilocalories too. Need to isolate the lower area, that way it'll heat up. Well, I can't really entirely isolate it. I could just insulate the whole thing. I could throw an insulator around here. Thermally isolate it that way. But this pipe should do a reasonably good job of warming things up too, because we have some fairly high CO2 pressure in here. And I should consider having a scrubbing system down here to get rid of some of the CO2 but I need like a sensor so I don't strip too much of it away. Maybe I can put it actually at this level. That might be a better idea. This rock crusher, I'm gonna make some extra. What have I got aluminum wise? Now, metal ore, I have 2,000 kilograms or 13 tons of copper. So let's go ahead and we'll make a bunch of refined copper, and then I'm gonna move this thing. So we'll get a little burst of heat out of it, and then we'll move it. I'm gonna put a carbon scrubber system here. Please stop skimming the corporate account or you'll get the IRS in the whole town. Beer is a necessity of business. That's what I've heard. Trap dupe. Oh, yep. Man. Dan. What are you doing to me, Dan? Get out of there. Oh, I see why. He was in there trying to finish that insulation. I guess I could have gone about that a little bit differently. We'll leave that open for now until they get it finished. No, why'd you point that out? You try to get them killed. How dare you? Dan almost became a dupesicle. We were just saving him as a frozen treat for later. Oh, we have arbor acorns out here. I gotta grow some trees. If we had pips, we could make our own little natural park, but we don't have any pips. He's only helping Evo when she's not here. Oh, I see. Gonna go watch anime like a weeb now. Alright, see you, dying kitty cat. Start talking about ice cream, I'll distract him. Stop it. Stop it right now. Ice cream. How do you generally isolate your colony from temps? Well, use insulated tile as the best opportunity. So in this particular asteroid, temperatures are pretty chilly. So if we look at our temperature overlay, you can see it's cold everywhere in here. By setting up the insulated tile all around the base, the heat that I'm producing inside is going to start to alter the temperature of the gases that are in here, and they won't immediately bleed the temperature out into the surrounding environment. So by getting all this insulation around it, we're actually starting to warm things up into a really nice temperature inside the colony. It's like around 20 degrees in a lot of areas now. Still super cold over here because this water's chilly, but in general, it's warming up really nicely. This extra piping loop we're putting down here will help also. We'll start to produce some heat down here. I'm surprised this rock crusher isn't really heating stuff up much, but yeah, just try to do an insulated layer around your colony, and it makes a huge difference. Dupe Dan loves death. He says it all the time. Just let him go. What kind of friends would we be if we just let him off himself? Is that a volcano in the lower right area? There's a random green line where you're digging toward. Let's see. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Normally we would see a priority on it if it was down here. So not there. We have little guys are here. There's chlorine though. Nope, nothing out here. So we have, the only geysers that we have are ones that we've already seen. So far, anyway. I'm sure there'll be more out here. I picked one that was geoactive. So we're going to have more of them around, but, would batteries of those water temp shifters heat that area faster than the fans? No, the batteries produce... Well, if you look at, the smaller battery... It produces 1.25 kilodtus. The jumbo battery does also 1.25 kilodtus. It's funny, it's the same amount of heat offset. That's really weird. So even if I had two of them together, it's only 2.5. And when you look at the utility for the space heater, it puts out 18. So 2.5 versus 18, it's kind of a big difference. Do volcanoes still spawn without the random feature when you start a new world? I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it's a geoactive world, so I would think that it would have them, but... ice. I really don't need ice. I'm just gonna reject them all. I don't really need a block of ice sitting in the middle of my colony. Things are just finally starting to warm up into a nice temperature in here. I don't really want to throw a big ice block in the middle. You know a lot about the physics of the game. Is a double insulated rear of the gas pocket of two tiles outside that more effective than single layer with a solid layer around it? Yes. Yeah, the double layers of insulation are generally better. So, like, if you're, you don't really need to in this circumstance because the temperature variance isn't that extreme. But, like, around a volcano, it's a good idea to use a double layer. You can also create a double layer with a vacuum in between. Like, if you had, like, oops, whatever. If you had it like this, and you had this space in here was a vacuum, it's like the perfect insulative layer because no heat can pass across the vacuum. It's just kind of a nuisance to do it. Oh, I got the phosphorite. I forgot to set this up. Where's our shine bugs? Shine bug, phosphorite, shine nymph, phosphorite. Set that at a 6. Get them to feed them. Finally, we can start to take care of our poor little shine bugs. Maybe I'll even put like a, well, the grooming station has to be inside of a stable, I guess. Yeah, I won't worry about the grooming station, I guess. We'll just feed them to try to keep them alive. Yeah, man, comes to your home and delivers ice. This is what the game's doing to you. Yeah, pretty much. Double layer vacuum is great, but a lot of work. It really is. Yeah, I don't know that it's worth the level of effort either. You're probably better in almost every circumstance if you're worried about extreme temperatures to just put a second layer of insulation. One layer is fine for this type of variance. But if it was like 150 degrees out here, then this is only going to work so well. So double layer works better. Because you can see it does start to pick up some temperature to it. But yeah, it's generally not worth it to create a vacuum. On Twitch, Nightbot's instant. Well, it's the delay, Durgan. So when you're typing, you send a message, Nightbot needs to pick up the message that you've sent. So there's the delay between when you send a message and it shows up, and then Nightbot grabs it and sends it back. So there's, yeah. YouTube's just in general, everything's a little bit more slow in that way. Hour of sleep yesterday, man, that's brutal. I mean, I don't tend to sleep a lot, but I definitely get more than an hour. Definitely need more than an hour. Turn into a zombie or something. Oh, look, the water's all starting to melt down here. They almost got this finished, but they didn't quite do it. Come on, guys, you're so close. Busy, busy little duplicants. Oh, here we go. Happy little shine bugs. Yeah, they're finally eating, and that actually draws them away from the bedroom, too, which is good. I should probably put these doors back on auto now. Just to keep the shine bugs from going in, if they happen to make their way back up there. Don't do that. Someone on We Are Billions might take you out. Yeah, I'm going to put my scrubber down over here to do a carbon scrubber. Not that we're in a bad spot. I mean, as you can see, we're really well pressurized for oxygen. So the CO2 that's down here is staying under good compression. It's not really a problem. But I will put a scrubber in here to just make sure that we stay in a decent place that way. Shine bugs are so annoying. I don't know, they're kind of cute. Little helicopter things. I don't mind them. Yeah, we are going to need a place to set up exosuits to go exploring farther down into the depths of the cold also. So I think I'm going to set something up over here maybe. Just ahead of time. It's going to be a while before we have them, I think. But we'll plan for something like so. Cancel that. Dig this out. This will be where we do our little exosuit dock. Because I want to go down to the frozen core and check out the super cold temperatures down there. I don't know what we'll do down there, but I want to go check it out. You gotta make new tutorials now the game is released. Yeah, I've been meaning to do some more of them, to be honest. I've done 2 of them so far that I've updated and uploaded. I have a few more that I've been intending to work on, but I just haven't been able to carve out the time because I've been toying around with other games, to be honest. The chime nymphs near the feeders are cute. Nom nom nom. Yeah. Hey, Sidro, how are you? Should we start thinking about cleaning the water layout with how dupes are? They would get it barely finished before the tank overflows? Not sure I understand what you mean. Which tank? And what water layout? Maybe add some airflow tiles left below the storage for CO2 to pass. Oh, down here you mean? Or over here? Yeah, actually here would be alright. Stick some in there. I'm gonna put the scrub on this level, so it will take the CO2 down to here, but it won't eliminate it below this point, and that way our mushroom farm will stay in the environment we want also. I think they finished all that piping finally. Yeah, good. Okay, so let's put the plumbing into here. I'm gonna destroy that. Perfect. Okay, so that's gonna flow some nice 18-degree water down here, or 20 degrees now, actually. Now 19. Now 18. So it's cooling off, but it's not cooling off as quickly because the polluted water has a little bit better retention of the heat than the CO2 does. So that should cool things down, or rather warm things down there reasonably well. Frozen core is overrated. That's only 150, minus 150 in some areas. Most of the time, minus 80. Oh, yeah. Hey, Fox, first time getting to see you live. Keep it up, man. Thanks, Chris Anth. Can you go lay down and die now? Evel, if you're sick, you really shouldn't be hanging out here. Go get better. Do we already have a dirty water to clean water converter? I'm only screen watching once in a while as a clean. We don't, no, because the dirty water in here is super germy. I was going to convert it over, but I actually need to get to the chlorine gas. With the chlorine gas, we can build a little room for purifying, and then... Oh, it's all just snow and ice down here. So we can get down here to the chlorine gas vent, and then we can make a little room to purify the polluted water. Then we can run it through a cleaner and send it into our regular water reservoir. But this here, I have this door set up so the duplicants won't go into it anyway. So even if this fills up completely, it'll just be full. It's not really a problem. Please mop. Down here, I keep getting ice that's melting, so it's it keeps making a little bit of a mess. What's the temperature down here now? Just hovering around frozen. Just shy of the frozen mark. Starting to warm up here already. We got like carbon dioxide is at like 13 degrees around the pipe, so that's good. This won't take long. I could put a radiant pipe, it will go a little faster, but I'm content to just let it do its thing here. Polluted water is building up over there. Your overflow system's going to get overflowed. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. That's what I get for combining the two of them together. I mean, I guess I could, we'll set the door up so they can get through there. I'll move this up. I actually forgot we had the bathroom overflow in here. Which is probably what you're referring to in the first place. Herniated the disc of your back like about 6 years ago. Better when my back's always vulnerable, so I did back machines at the gym tonight to help strengthen. Oh, I see. Yeah, I can 100% relate, Evel. 100%. I make a point of actually not doing stuff like the back machines. Oh, hot tub soak would be great. The hot tub's kind of a double-edged sword when you got a bad back, though, because the heat increases inflammation, so it's soothing and it loosens things up. But then when it cools down again, the added inflammation makes it sore again. So it's kind of hard. Icy hot, a little bit of back rub. Okay, what we got in here? A shy nymph or shy nymph eggs. Well, let's take the eggs. Would a metal refiner be a good idea to kill germs in the polluted water? No. I mean, the thing is, the polluted water takes a lot to heat it up, and then once it's hot, it takes a lot to cool it down. So I'm content with the temperature that's at right now because I'm using it to normalize temperatures in my base. I'm sending the water pipe flowing through and warming up areas inside the colony to good temperatures. Where's that liquid pipe? So I'm getting a bit of a benefit out of it that way, but yeah, I don't know. I should probably change that. Actually, this pipe down here, the bottom row here isn't heating up all that much. 18 degrees. I'm going to swap this over radiant pipe all the way through here. That'll let the bottom of the row heat up just a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, technically you could heat it up to the point, but you have to, like, boil it into steam in order to kill off germs. They just don't seem to die very easy. You gotta get the water temperature really up there. So, technically, you could do that, but I don't know. I think it's more effort than it's worth. Probably better just to pump it into a room full of chlorine with liquid storage tanks in there and let it kill off the germs. You can put metal refinery in line. The heating loop uses the dirty water for coolant. Yeah, but again, you'd have to get it like 75 does not equal boiling. Well, what's the is it? Oh yeah, I guess it's lower temperature for the polluted water, but freeze point, vaporization point is 119.4 degrees, and to kill off the germs, I've found typically, well, you know what? I think it was when I was flash heating it, it had to get up to the point where it actually vaporized. So maybe it's different if I just generally heat it and then let the germ population diminish, but I don't know. You can't drop chlorine in the water, but you can pump the water into a liquid reservoir in a room that's filled with chlorine gas, and the chlorine gas will decontaminate it. I have some down here. I'd actually kind of like to tap into it. But there's kind of a lot of other things I'm trying to do at the same time. Like going up here for the natural gas, actually. So our natural gas generator is going to produce polluted water, carbon dioxide. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to get more water out of this system. Which is going to freeze into ice. Which is going to be great. Plan to have 2 of them in here, I guess. We'll use some mesh tile under here. Set up a little reservoir pit for them. Not that they need a lot, but we'll give them space. This is all going to be connected to our major power grid, so we'll use some copper wire to do that. Just use heavy watt wire through here. Ooh, that's inconvenient. Let's put a heavy watt joint plate here, so it can act as a flooring. No. Actually, that's not a good idea. Cancel that. I need to build a ladder down here. Look at that ladder. We can put a joint plate down here. Yeah, we'll stick a joint plate in here. And then I can run the heavy watt wire all the way along here. Ultimately, we need to, I'll split this line. We'll put a wire bridge over top. We'll put the heavy watt behind it, but I don't need it as an emergency right now. Fixed general water glitch. Removed all mods, including deleting mods folder, restarting PC. Oh, nice. Oh, good. Yeah, see, I haven't played around with the mods too much yet. Sometimes they're awesome, and other times they cause little bugs like that. Actually, this is not going to work right here. I need a little bit of room to set up a spot to collapse a wall and get the gas. And this is not quite the amount of space that I want. It's close, but not quite. So we'll set... I'm going to plan to have a door like here. Put a door here. We'll dig out the space behind it. My gas pump can go into here. Doesn't really matter where I set it, I guess. Throw an insulated tile on that, and then our ventilation pipe can come out into this area. We'll just dig all this out for now. We'll get the other stuff set up as we go. So that way I can go in, break out the wall, and then they can go back out the door. We'll let a minimal amount of polluted gas or natural gas out. Would it be easier to pump the natural gas down there instead? Yeah, potentially. And then put our generators down bottom. I guess we could do that. I mean, I kind of want a place that I could store the natural gas. So you're right. If I just put a pump in here, we could pump it all the way down. We wouldn't have to run nearly as much wire. We could put a second generation room down below. All right, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll do that. I'm down with that. That'll create a lot less digging too. Oops. Do that still. Instead of running wire here, we'll get rid of all this. And we'll just run ventilation lines. Because the ventilation lines can go through the wall, so that's probably a better solution anyway. Okay, I don't know where I want to send it just yet. I'm going to build probably a second layer underneath here. Gas lock for natural gas. Yeah, that would work too. Instead of doing that, we can go... since I'm not planning to put machines up here anymore, gas lock probably makes more sense. We have oxygen in here. I don't know how this will work. I think it should still be alright. There we go. Sloppy, but we'll get the job done. Usually I have several storage tanks for gases or liquids to give you a buffer when a geyser event is dormant. Put one in a big pit, of course, but yeah, I'm actually going to put a couple of gas storage tanks down there because I want to pump the gas into them. So I'll do like a second layer down here for our power production. We'll build our natural gas generators down below. They're going to produce polluted water, which we're going to need to get rid of also. Oh, this needs to go. Oh, get out of the water. Just break this thing and then I can lock the door again. Thank you. Alright, they can go out but not in. Okay, we'll put our second power system down right below it. Are you being the kind of person Mr. Rogers hoped you could be? I'm gonna say yes, because I would be your neighbor. Usually I have serial storage tanks for gas or liquids to give me a buffer when yeah, I'm sorry, I already read that, I guess. Hope they adjust the jumbo tanks in the DLCs. The ones they have are too small. Too small. Are you talking about for the gas tanks or for the liquids? We done with research? Yeah. We've knocked out all the research. So here's our research tree. Yeah, oops, man, we can really zoom this thing out. Yeah, so we pretty much knocked away everything at this point. Pretty sure, anyway. Just spot checking to make sure. We could destroy the machines, but if they're still warm, I'm not really inclined to. We're just down to the point now of doing research for actual rocketry stuff, but we can't do those anyway until we get some stuff from outer space, and that's not something we're gonna get anytime reasonably soon. Gas tanks are big, but they don't hold much. Yeah, they really are kind of big, aren't they? I don't mind the liquid tanks so much, but the gas ones are a little the size to storage is a little weird. Like Deckard Cain said, quickly in and quickly out is all the advice I can give you. One who doesn't try and kill the other town folk. Well, we're not trying to kill the town folk. It's mostly just their pets. Their pets are fair game in my books. This is going to produce a lot of CO2, but I guess that's alright, because we'll have the scrubber set up anyway. So no real issue there. Let's put the generators on this side. We'll set up a series of storage tanks on the other side. Gas reservoirs. So we'll put... oops, that one I didn't quite mean to put there. Okay, cancel. I don't even know that this thing's going to be dormant when we get to it. It might be, but we're going to put in a whole bunch of tanks. And we'll give them a little floor in between. Because, you know, they need floor. Slap some insulation around that. This will be our new lower defined base area. This will use some mesh tile for the polluted water to flow through. Dig all this out. That's gonna need more ladder. Someone's going to trap themselves in there, almost guaranteed, because I'm telling them to build too much at once. Let's make room. Make sure we have enough room in here for a liquid pump. We do. Good. We'll build a liquid pump too. I don't need it right away, but we'll build it because we're going to need it at some point. What's the story here? You're trapped in the ground and need to make your own air. So basically, you start off with 3 of these little duplicants inside of an unknown asteroid. You get the little starting area opened up that's about this big around this starting gate. You don't really know what's happened, but you need to build out a colony for your duplicates to survive in. So you have to supply them with food and water and air, and you research different things for them to unlock and build and expand on. They can even get to the point of building rockets and flying out into space. And as you unwrap the story, you find out that you're on this asteroid, but Earth has basically been destroyed, and your duplicates are like the people that are left. But they're clones of the people that worked in the original program, so it's kind of a cool little backstory, I guess. Let's finish putting the piping in here. All right, we're gonna snake all the piping in here, so we're gonna go into here. Out and then in, out and then in, and then this last one we'll send up, and that will go into our pumps here. Ah, spoilers! Sorry. I still don't know what happens when you escape, but I haven't gotten that far. It's time to have a reliance on fossil fuels, both here in America. Yeah, fossil fuels are kind of a problem. The trouble is they haven't found anything that has the same level of dense energy packaging that fossil fuels have. Unfortunately, until they find a viable solution that people can get at a cost-effective way, they're just not really going to be in a hurry to do it. Oh, look, we get a Wheezebort. We don't need it, but we could get one. Let's get the pufflet. We'll make some meat. Come here, you. I don't want you breathing any polluted oxygen and making slime anywhere. All right, we got meat. Barbecue's back on the menu. That was the gas output? Oh, geez. I'm smart. What can I say? There we go. Thank you. We don't need none of that there observancy. Yeah, I'll just pump it into this space. I don't really care. Oh, and this smart battery here I should probably set up. Well, we want to use the natural gas generators ahead of coal, I think. So maybe I'll build a second smart battery on here. Yeah, we'll do that. Second smart battery, and then this one is going to set up automation wire that's going to feed into these machines. And then once that's ready, I can change the threshold. So the coal generators will only kick on if power goes down below a certain level. And then otherwise, it will default to using the natural gas generators. Hey, CrypticFox, Minecraft was hilarious today. Brutal mods. Yeah, it was kind of fun. It's the first time I've played Minecraft on the channel. I had played it before, obviously. It's not a complete noob. I'm just mostly a noob at the game. But I saw that that mod pack that was supposed to just be like ridiculous with like monsters and new things to explore and stuff. And I didn't want to do vanilla because I thought I would get bored of it. And I didn't know how interesting it would be, but the this mod pack is pretty cool. So I had a little fun with that. I'll probably play with some more of it, I guess. See how it goes over. Not that the video today is doing particularly well. So if you happen to like Minecraft and you're watching the stream right now, feel free to go watch it. Maybe not right now, but later. Smart battery by the pump. It won't flood. Which pump? Or this pump down here? I didn't really connect this. Well, yeah, I haven't even set up the power for this liquid pump down here yet. Not that these produce a crazy amount of water, but not getting bored without my back. Yeah, there's a lot to do in there, like all kinds of crazy buildings and stuff, and tons of monsters and critters and things. Should be fun. Makes it almost like a role-playing adventure game too, because you gotta like level up to be able to do things. You didn't even have time to watch it, but you turned on the left learning when you went to work. Dead sub, dead sub. Thanks, Eval. It was fun. We didn't do a ton in that first video. I just sort of got my feet wet a little bit. But, yeah, I already died like 5 times. It's kind of crazy. There's a lot of monsters in there. I keep thinking I want that break room, but I know I can't make it yet. How much gas does the geyser output? I haven't checked yet. I haven't even checked if it's dormant. 469.6 grams per second. So not a huge amount. 150 degrees Celsius, so that'll be good and warm. Erupts 220 seconds every 548, but I don't know what the active period on it yet. Oh look, there's dust caps in here. I knew we'd find some. Heat map. Here's the heat map. Our colony itself is looking nice and toasty. Looking a little nice and warm in here. We're gradually warming up things in here for our mushrooms. Not that we have any to plant just yet, but we will have some. This area down here is a little cooler, but oh, actually, that's what I meant to do. I'm gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna put in our system to clean up CO2, so the CO2 level stays relatively low, like at the mushroom farm level or below, kind of thing. And that'll add a little warmth down here too. Let's break this. What do I think about ITER? I'm not sure what that is, so I'm not sure. Hey Vetru, how are you? Pardon the rhyme. Didn't think you would play Minecraft, to be honest. Well, I didn't really have any intention of playing Minecraft. I did a poll about it a little while ago, because I was kind of toying with the idea of whether I should, but I wasn't very committed on whether I was going to do it or not. And then I was looking at the game, I was like, I just don't want to play a vanilla Minecraft game, because that's going to be boring. I mean, who hasn't seen that already? And then I saw this mod pack, and I was like, oh, that actually looks really neat. I kind of want to try that. I figured as long as I was going to try it, I might as well record it. That's kind of how it went. What type of IT work do I do? I actually don't work in IT. Not directly, anyway. I work in business optimization, so my job is focused on our business doing things more efficiently. So it works everything from like the tools and programs we use, to the work processes we have, to the layout of the work, to how we assemble and use our staff against the necessary need, all that kind of stuff. That's what I work on for my normal day job, anyway. Don't clone the clones, it's duplicate me. A copy of a copy is never as good as the original. Real life Oni planner? Sort of, I guess, but it doesn't necessarily translate all that well into when I'm playing the game, because I seem to do stuff fairly sloppy sometimes. But yeah, I spend the day like analyzing how we work, and then looking for ways to do it better. Game needs uranium just to make sure. I think it would be awesome if we get a nuclear power. I was hoping that the new biome they were going to add was like an irradiated biome, and if you went in there without your exosuits on, your duplicates would just die. But they didn't do it. I still have my fingers crossed that maybe it'll come out in some future update. I don't know if they have any intention of having more updates, but what's the most optimized way to brush your teeth? Up, down, or left, or right? Neither. The most optimized way is to place the bristles of the toothbrush against the edge of your gum, and then twist your wrist to turn the toothbrush bristles up in a flicking motion towards the top, scraping the stuff away from your gum line. It sounds super exciting. It's really not. My job's not really very exciting. I get a sense of fulfillment out of it, and I find it interesting because I'm not constantly doing the same thing. I find business problems and then find ways to tackle them, and to a certain degree that entertains me. But I'm not going to pretend that it's super interesting, because I think for a lot of people they would find it very boring. Okay then. Check your construction of natural gas pump. You deconstructed the connection to the ducting. Oh, did I? I think it's okay. Oh yeah, this here I haven't finished up, but that's okay. I don't even have power up here yet. They haven't quite finished what I needed them to do up here. They're a little slow working way up here because they have to go so far away from the oxygen supply. And I should arrange for them to have some kind of... Oh, I guess we gotta deconstruct that first, shouldn't we? This ladder I'm gonna get rid of. We're gonna replace that with a tile again. Actually, I think they have the replacement system going now. Yeah, you can directly replace ladders now. Sweet. Yeah, on business optimization, that's not very exciting. I didn't say that it was. Like I said, for me, I find it interesting, and I like that I'm constantly tackling new challenges and stuff. But yeah, it's not super interesting stuff, particularly when you have to spend hours working on spreadsheets or drawing process maps or that kind of thing. They're not super exciting either. To show you identify guys without digging over them. I've seen you do it a few times, but it's too fast to see the process. Well, there's two ways. You can use the temperature overlay on a normal map and look for cold spots. Before you uncover a geyser, the neutronium underneath it will always be cold. So you look for those strips of cold neutronium. On this map, obviously, that doesn't work because everything's cold. So it all just kind of blends in. So the other option you have is to go to your priority. And you'll see that the geysers have priority also. So if you pan around the map, you can look for a spot where you have a priority number that's sitting out in the rock, and then you'll see the neutronium underneath it, and you'll know that that's a geyser or a volcano, one of the two. There isn't one we can see right now, so I don't have an example I can show you. But yeah, that's how you spot those. I mean, aside from the ones you can actually just see, like obviously if you pan down here, you can see it, but if you can't see it because it's in the rock, you're looking for the neutronium layer underneath it, or the priority number. Sounds like we use someone like you where I work, because management makes everything as inefficient as possible. That's the thing that happens in a lot of places, to be honest with you. It still happens in our office. There's only one of me at our business, and there's a lot of other managers, and they will constantly come up with other things. So I'm always going back to them and kind of gently gently poking them with, like, solve the right problem, just don't solve just any problem. You're able to identify the type of guys with the digging. Oh, yeah. So you do the priorities again. So you go to priority, and then over here you have top priority. So when you click on top priority, you'll be able to see, if you select something, it will tell you what kind of thing it is. Again, I don't have one that's buried away, but let's say we put this for top priority. See what it says yellow alert up here? When you mouse over it, it says the following errand has been set to top priority, natural gas geyser. If that was buried in the rock, it would still tell you that same message. So that's how you spot the ones that you can't see because they're buried. At least in terms of identifying it. Everything's a nail to a hammer. Yeah, fair enough. The joke I'm always making at work, which isn't very funny, I guess, but I make it all the time anyway, is that we have... So our company provides concierge service for high net worth people. So really wealthy and affluent people can call up our service and they place requests for almost anything anywhere in the world. I'm gonna get the... Well, I have tons of copper. I guess I'll grab 113 tons of sand also. I don't really need either of these things. We'll take the sand. Filtration medium can't hurt. So I'm always saying that the programs we give people to work with sometimes is like giving a carpenter a frozen banana to use as a hammer. If he tries hard enough, he could probably make it work, but it's just not going to be the right tool. Airflows in the whale at the bottom of your base. I'm not really super worried about these too much. We're going to be pumping CO2 out into this area. I guess it would help. It would help distribute a little bit more CO2 down here. So I guess that would be all right. We don't necessarily need it, but it'll give more space for CO2 to expand, I guess. Now you want to freeze some bananas and give them out to customers. Mr. McBald Spot. Question for Fox, efficiency expert. Toilet paper in or out? That depends. Do you have cats? Solve the right problem. If you don't have cats, you want the paper on the outside, so when you pull, it rolls towards you. If you do have cats, you want it on the inside, because when the cat gets into the bathroom and tries to spin it on the toilet paper roll, it'll always be going the opposite way, and it can never unroll it. But hay's the other way to go. Yeah, that's right. Shoot some water at your backside. Got a cat, but cat leaves it alone. Oh yeah. But thank you for the super chat. Yeah, our cat doesn't play with it either. But sometimes, poor cats, you still go out. Yeah. If your cat plays with the toilet paper roll, that will stop them. Mighty McCheese with the super chat. I'm drunk on the way home from a night out at 4:30 a.m. So I hope you appreciate the super chat. Love you, CrypticFox. Thanks, Mighty McCheese. I hope you had a fun time. I hope you're not the one driving and that someone else is driving for you. Or that you're just walking or something. In which case, get home safe. But thank you for the super chat. You've got the fancy new animation. Cats that can't unroll toilet paper will self-gloss to shred it. Yeah, fair enough. There's only so much you can do. Oh, look at this. It's getting pretty cleaned out now. Do I have any... No fungal spores I've gotten yet. Oh, you know what? I had them dig out down here. I really shouldn't have, now that I'm looking at it. I should have just gone straight across here. Oh, I have a seal here. Okay, never mind. I was thinking like the polluted oxygen that comes out of this is going to get in the base, but I guess it won't. Not that there's germs in it, but... Good night all. Gotta catch... You've got a really bad cold. I've got night, Mr. McBaldspot. Feel better? Don't drive drunk and super chat at the same time, yeah. Super chat dupe has dead eyes? What? I didn't even notice that. That's actually one of the little emote things that that Clay put out recently. I don't know if they're like Instagram or whatever. I think they tweeted about it, and then I think they what's that photo? There's a photo thing online. My brain won't work right now. IR brains, stuffing things. All right, let's get our CO2 scrubber going, I guess. Since I haven't done that yet. The carbon skimmer. This is going to need some refinement in the form of the water sieve. Oh, it's already connected. Nice. Okay. A little bit of piping won't hurt here either. I actually don't have to worry about insulated pipes this time. That's novel. Clean water out and in like so. And we will need a pipe bridge over here to feed fresh water into this thing. My name is Cheese with another super chat. I'm in a taxi, don't worry. Okay, good. Thank you for the super chats. Instagram. No, it wasn't on Instagram. It was something else. It's like a picture hosting site. They tweeted it out, but the pictures were on like a picture hosting site, not Instagram. Can't think of it. Doesn't matter. But they had a whole bunch of the little animations and stuff. And then I actually somebody on Twitter who had done the animation for me for the Derpy Fox thing. So like, if it's a super chat that's less than $5, it's got the fox that like does the jump and splat thing. Wolfio also made me 2 other animations. There's this one here that's a desk flip with the fox that does the whole flipping desk thing, which I really like. And then this one here, which I called "This Is Fine," with the fox sitting in the burning area. This is like our standard oxygen not included colony right here. Oh, it's closed happy eyes. Oh, I see. No, it wasn't on Reddit either. Planet Zoo on sale. Oh, it's on sale? Must be a pre-order thing then, right? Who do they r/Instagram on their Twitter account? So many social platforms. It's like Imager or something it was on. Something like that. I don't know. Not that it really matters, I guess. But... r/watch people inside. Okay, we're scrubbing carbon. This can get broken now. I think it will still draw it in, even if I break this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what's that? That will run as long as we have power, so that's good. Now we'll get rid of a little bit of CO2 down here. Things might get a little, like pressure-wise, might get a little iffy along our bottom row of the farm, but that's all right. Yep, that image says it all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've made a mess out of a few different colonies, but in fairness, I mean, part of the reason that happens is because I tend to take a lot of duplicants. I've stopped at 10 this time, and I almost feel like it's not enough of a challenge now, even with the cold. We have crazy amounts of food. I should actually, you know what? I should be making lice loaf. Not because we have to, but just because we can. We're making pickled meat. Oh, actually, no, that'll consume water, so I'm not gonna do that. We have we have meat. We have excellent fruit, nutrient bars, muck root, pickled meal. We got food coming out our backsides over here. Barbecue. Oh, the barbecue doesn't take. Oh, it's so good now. Let's set that up forever. I forgot the barbecue doesn't need the pinch of pepper nut anymore. We can make barbecue. Hooray! You can help maintain good gas pressure by adding an atmo sensor to the carbon skimmer. We probably won't need to, actually. So the way I have it positioned, it's going to skim down the CO2 to the point where it can't pick up anymore, and then it's going to stop running. And then the CO2 will eventually build its way back up until it reaches it, and we'll skim it off again. So the layer that it's going to skim off is just below the farm, and as it takes that away, the oxygen pressure should be allowed to expand downward a little bit more. Actually, if I put some over here, what's our temperature over here? Eesh. All right. Well, it's put a little airflow tile over here. We'll let the CO2 go down there a little bit more, but it should be all right because it'll skim the CO2 at the lower layer, but just let the top layer stay fine. The CO2 will act as the natural control mechanism for it. If I put it way down here at the bottom, then I would want a sensor. But because I put it at this point, it can only skim to a certain spot, and then it'll leave it alone. Did someone say flowers? Raru? Can't believe I get to catch you live. Go Cryptic. Hey, Black Outcast Medium Market. That's a long name. But welcome anyway. We're not going to be live for a whole lot longer. We're streaming for about another 20 minutes or so. See any good geysers or vents? We have a couple of geysers. So we have a chlorine geyser down here. We're working on tapping our way into a natural gas geyser up here. We've got a polluted water vent that we've been making use of over here. I'm actually using it to warm the colony, which is great. I think that's it right now for the geysers and stuff we found. Just the 3 at the moment. But we'll get more. Alright, I better stand up. I'm going to move my desk up. Hold on. Sorry, I don't know how long it's going to be in the microphone, but I'm going to use the automatic rising desk. Spent far too long sitting today. Hello, great streamer. How are you? I'm great, Grizzly. How are you? Not a bad day overall. So far, we're making reasonably good progress with the colony. Nobody's died yet. Actually, we're probably in the best position the colony's been in a while. What? You kids in your love lives shaking. I can't keep up. Does Mealwood care about CO2? Nope. It just cares about the amount of pressure. So, if it's sitting in CO2, it will grow just as happily as if it's in normal air. See, look, we've already skimmed out the CO2 down here, and now we've got. Well, we've got a little bit of pressure variance here. Maybe I should try to put another airflow tile in here and try to get some more of that CO2 to move over. But it'll be a natural control mechanism, just the level of CO2. Choose the blueprints. Pinch pepper seeds. All right, that's 2 of them now we've gotten. When we eventually get some reasonable temperatures, we can cook some up. By the way, how's your back? It comes and goes. It depends on the day. You still enjoying your standing desk? I'm in the market for one. I am, yeah. So the job that I do requires a lot of sitting. I sit all day long, working on spreadsheets, doing process observations, lots of meetings and phone calls and all that kind of stuff. So I spend all day long sitting, and then of course when I'm working on YouTube stuff, I'm sitting also. But I have the opportunity to work at home most of the time, which is great. And so this stand-up desk comes in handy because I can work sitting down for a while, then I'll stand up for a bit. I find if I stand up for a really long time, it becomes uncomfortable in a different way, so I don't do it, but I'll stand for a while, which helps stretch out my back, which is awesome, and then I'll sit again later. And this desk actually was a desk that was sent to me by Anthrodesk at no cost, which was amazing also. They heard about my bad back, and they sent me a desk and just asked me to do a video reviewing it. So it's been great that way. Should have migrated the whole clan to the bottom of the sinkhole. Chances are at least one adult would have survived the fall. Yeah, they might have. They might have. They have a tendency to kind of like teleport to play catch up. So possibly, I think it was just a wall I tried to climb down. I should have gone down a different side, but you know, I'd say live and learn, but I guess in this case it was more like die and learn because they both went splat. Just got back. What'd you miss? Not a ton. We set up a carbon skimmer so we can clean up some CO2. So you can see we've got it relatively cleaned up now. I actually need to create more ways for the CO2 to flow out of the spot I have over here. Because as it stands right now, it's relatively clean, but the only thing I'm worried about is just having bad pressure layers right at the bottom layer of the farm there, but I think for the most part this will be alright. So we've got that. We're working on setting up a system to produce power using natural gas. We have it pretty much all built down here almost. We're getting close. This needs to be connected up to our power supply. So plug in the heavy watt wire here. Blammo. Whoever has to work down here is going to suffer because they're going to be some pretty negative decor space, but it's alright. You should try sleeping upright like the coneheads. Can you imagine? You crashed your taxi into traffic. Oh no. You're definitely gonna give it 1 a 5-star. Ruh-roh. Second fall was priceless. Oh man. The first one was completely my own fault, I feel like, because I jumped thinking I would catch on but didn't. And I was like, oh. That was dumb. But when I fell the second time, then I felt really, really dumb then. I was like, should have just known better. That was a 100% pure mistake. Which I guess also makes it my fault, but shh, don't talk about that. Look, now you got Fox concerned. How did I get here? Who are you? I'm not subscribed. What? Well, hi, call me M4. Welcome to the stream. It really depends. If you clicked on the video, then it's probably you got here because you clicked on it. If you're watching another stream and the stream just ended, they'll often kick you off immediately to a different stream when the chat closes off. So that could have been, or you might have ended a video and got autoplayed into this. But you know, welcome to the stream just the same. I don't know if you like Oxygen Not Included, but that's what we're playing. Into the dumb. Could you explain your airlock positioning? Which one? If you're talking about this airlock here, or this airlock here, or this one up here, depends what you mean. You can push water over and bring your right ladder down. It really depends on what you're talking about now. This ladder here, you mean? Oh, I see what you mean down here. Extend it straight down into the lower area. Yeah, we could build blocks here to force the water over to the left. I ultimately want to rebuild this water level in here. I haven't been working on it right now because it's not really a prime concern. We're not really using a lot of water, but ultimately I should try to do it. Oh, I heard of that game. Yeah, it's still. I'll stay on board right now. Well, I'm glad we could entertain your boredom. It's really how long he kills everyone by mistake. Oh, don't be that way, David Drake. That really only happens when I have a crazy number of duplicates. We're at 10 right now. It's more than when I get to, like, you know, 30 to 50. That's when things really go awry. Which we're just not doing on this time around. I probably could take more, I guess. Our colony is actually really well situated to take a lot more duplicates at this point. Like, a lot more duplicates. We could use heavy watt wire to power the pump down here. I don't have to use any fancy stuff. Oops. Well, that was dumb. There we go. How's it going up here? Ooh, it's almost done. Did we get power up here? I don't remember if I ran the wire or not. I did not. Alright, that's good. Oh, I want to have a pressure sensor in here because I don't want this thing pumping if there's like no pressure. So we use an atmos sensor. I think I have enough stuff to do automation wire still, so we'll plug that in. And then I can finish off this wire. So that's good to go. Our gas pipe is all connected, so that's good to go. Man, what a mess we made down here. Oh, and just deconstruct this thing. Sweet. We've almost got natural gas power now. Still at 10? Oh, you're wishing you could be the next. Yeah, sorry, I haven't been taking a bunch of duplicates, but I am pretty much at a place now where I could very easily bring some in. We have lots of food. Well, you know what? Maybe we should start to increase the colony size. I was being really conservative initially because I wasn't really sure about the level of difficulty that Rime was going to present, but so far it's been pretty good. So I'm going to build more living quarters, and we'll bring in more duplicates. Not because we have to, but just because we can and probably shouldn't. I don't like that spacing. I want to get at least 5 beds in here. There we go. One poor duplicate's gonna have to sleep right by the door, but he's just gonna have to suck it up. Suck it up, Buttercup. Sculpting blocks, large sculpting blocks. Guess we'll go this way. We'll use planters, maybe. Maybe even paintings. I haven't done any of those in a while. Can't help but notice the disturbing lack of execution chambers in your base. How do you deal with dissenters? We just exile them. We send them out through a door over here and we don't let them come back in. This manual airlock could be configured so people can't return. You think we can handle 50 dupes? Probably. Not easily, not well, but we probably could. We need to grow a whole lot more food though. Because the food we're producing right now is definitely in excess of what our needs are, but you know, if we got up to that many duplicates, they consume a lot. He has 10+ million views. Oh, on my channel? Hey, Crypt, do you ever think about how crazy your views are? You have at least 10 million viewers. It's literally more than some states. That's insane. Oh, you mean like in terms of total views? Yeah. Yeah, it is a little crazy sometimes. I mean, even thinking like I'm at, what, 79,000 subscribers now? Which, when you think on the scope of YouTube, isn't really that big when you look at these channels that have like 100 million or 20 million or 10 million, even 1 million. But, you know, when you consider that like that's more than what your average stadium in a major city is going to hold. It's pretty crazy. It was really funny. I started out, I think, I don't know, 5.5, 6 years ago now with YouTube. Just kind of gradually building up my channel over time. And it's really funny to think, like, back when I was like, man, I don't know when I'm ever going to get to 100 subscribers. It feels like it's taking forever. Now we're at 79,000. It's pretty nutty. Yeah, it kind of blows my mind a bit sometimes. YouTube's a funny thing, though. Like, at the same time as you're thinking that, you're also thinking, why am I not moving faster? Why am I not growing quicker? Why haven't I hit that next benchmark that I want to hit? I think it comes from constantly looking at numbers all the time, but... We had a Dupe Joe versus the volcano. Yeah, we did, actually. And funny enough, the volcano didn't kill him. He suffocated. I thought he was going to get cooked, but it wasn't even scalding damage that took him down. It was... lack of oxygen. If we'd had a little foresight, we probably should have put some air in there with him. Instead, we just let him, he got a light tan from the volcano and then just sort of suffocated. Oh, look at this. We got all these fungal spores now. We can start planting. And plant that. Boom. Food supply. I'm going to change the priority just a little bit. We'll put these ones at a 6, the other ones at a 5, so they'll plant the top row first. What I need now, though, is a place I can store slime that the duplicates can reach, but that won't be off-gassing on me constantly. So I almost need... I think I'm going to need to open up this in here and let our duplicates go in and out of this space so they can grab slime for me. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to set... Oh. Apparently I already opened that door. I guess it did. Oh, little did I know. Okay, choose a duplicant. Let's bring in duplicants. Let's see, we got kind of a whole bunch of people here that sent super chats earlier today, so we'll bring in one of those maybe. I think we already have a Jess in here, so that's good. Amanda McQuaid, we'll bring in a duplicant for Amanda. Mole Hands, Caregiver, Grease Monkey, Suit Wearing, Tidying. I mean, I guess I don't really care too much about the skills right now, but Bubbles is usually pretty good. Allergic to Floral Scents, but there's not a whole lot growing in a frozen asteroid, so this could be Amanda. Amanda McQuaid, welcome to the colony. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, I'm gonna put a storage container right here at the bottom of this ladder. Hopefully, if I cut off the bottom of the ladder, the duplicates won't be able to climb down here all the time. They just go down far enough to get stuff out of the storage bin. PewDiePie is at 23 billion views. It's like 2.5 times the population he calls. Thinks it's no big deal. The YouTube thing kind of warps it a little bit, you know? Like, as you grow, you tend to lose sight of the scale of what it's really like. Sometimes YouTube will actually send out emails where they'll put it into, like, different terms. Like, you have enough people that that watched your videos last month to fill up the Staples Center 4 or 5 times or whatever. Like, when you put it in, like, different contexts, sometimes it's like, wow, this really is kind of a lot of people. But when you're just looking at the number all the time, it tends to shrink. I found this, it's kind of a weird analogy maybe, but I find the same thing when you're playing, like, poker. If you've ever played poker and you're working with chips, the chips start to lose a sense of value, and you've just got a stack of clay in front of you. And you're just playing with that, and you don't really think about it until you actually, like, cash out. Too cold for mushrooms? We actually set a warming system through here by using polluted water that's coming out of this polluted water vent over here. So I'm cycling it through the farm. And the temperatures in here are like 13 degrees, and they'll grow between 5 degrees and 35 degrees. So temperature is okay for the mushrooms there. I have no mods enabled, no. I keep meaning to download one that does like a gas overlay. There's a new mod for that I kind of want to play around with. What broke that? Oh. Oh, man. I did not mean for this thing to be on yet. I just damaged my stuff for no reason. I was like, why is this thing breaking on me? Let's see if it's above 750 grams of pressure. Then it will turn on. But in the meantime, it will switch off. We can go in here and break this wall down now. We'll have to get the slime out of here because it'll off gas on me, which isn't great. But if we can get that taken care of, then we can start doing that. We're gonna get a little more damage down here on the pumps, but I guess that's not a little generator, but that's not so bad. Get your butt to earth and harvest some seeds. Yeah. There's always a bigger, better prize. Yeah, there really is. You're always looking upwards, you know. Bet he could get a video to 1 billion views easy if he says get this video 1 billion views. Yeah, maybe because people could just rewatch the video, right? It wouldn't be unique views, but yeah, it's pretty nutty. Like when you go back, sometimes you can look on. There's a site called Social Blade where you can see like the number of views that people get on different, you know, on their channel and on different videos and things. And it's really interesting to see how big some of the numbers are. Like it's not uncommon to see some of larger channels, but 200 to 300 million views a month. That's an insane number of views. Just insane. Use a gas element sensor instead of an atmos sensor specifically for that reason. Yeah, but then it'll pump even if there's a small amount of gas. I wanted to pump only when there's a larger pressure there, so it's getting full packets. I probably could put both in there, I guess, but that's okay. I don't mind it getting a little bit of damage because after that, it's not really gonna get any. But oh man, all that gas flooded out. Our seal didn't work. There's not. There's nothing in here keeping it in. Well, that didn't work with a darn, did it? Let's put a door here. Set that to priority 9. We gotta keep that gas trapped in there. Hurry up! Don't let all that natural gas out. I don't need fart juice floating around my base. Oh, away he goes again. We need to get some of those plastic tubes when they fly around the base and they can get places so much faster when they take those. Yeah, bigger numbers tend to have bigger numbers tend to have more digits than smaller numbers on average. Oh, that's funny how that works. Pumped away all the oxygen. Yeah, it probably, well, there is some oxygen up here, but yeah, mistakes were made. There's oxygen trapped up here too. Ah, I need them to finish the door. All the gas is leaking out. This thing's dormant anyway, I think. We should probably analyze it. But it appears to be dormant. I guess it could just be in the period of time when it's not erupting, but not necessarily dormant, but you know, like it'll erupt. What is this one? This one is like 220 seconds out of every 548, so it might erupt again, but it looks like based on how the pressure dropped in here, like this dormant at the moment. And I should also sweep in here so I don't get polluted oxygen from this stuff off-gassing. Actually, I don't even need all of it. I just need to get rid of the... Just the slime needs to go. Last night I tapped a cold CO2 vent and ended up killing my base with almost 19k of pressure. Oh my gosh. Your poor duplicates are like bleeding from the eye sockets. Yeah, Durgan's asleep. She had a rough night. I think she only slept like an hour last night, she said. I wonder how long it's gonna take for this natural gas to find its way into my base and become a problem. That really sucks. Hate that. I can't even lock this door until the duplicate's finished in here. What's the funniest meme you've seen? I don't know. I don't really follow a ton of memes, to be honest with you. I see a lot of them and then I kind of quickly forget them, so I don't know. You know what? Actually, I think probably the funniest reaction to a meme I've seen is that one with Elon Musk laughing at the dead deer in the pool or whatever it was. Okay, this is kind of messy. We got like a weird combination of gases in here, but at least it's got that. Okay, so the smart battery here, I want the low threshold for these ones to kick on when it gets to like, I don't know, 40? Whatever, 41, doesn't matter. And this one, I want the low threshold to be 30. And that should cause our coal-powered generators to be idle more often and then run on the natural gas more often. And I also want an auto sweeper in here. So we can turn it sideways. Ooh, we don't have anyone with the skill. I haven't been promoting anyone in skills. I haven't been paying any attention to that at all. There was somebody that was these close. Mechatronics engineer. There we go. Nope, nope, you're not close. Technically, they have enough skill points I could just buy it, but I thought there was somebody that was actually close. Oh, you. There we go. There we go. Sir Giorgio, you can be our mechatronics engineer. And then, wait, I didn't give a job to Amanda. I completely forgot about her. She's all brand new. We'll give her the improved strength one. She can be our fancy tidying person. I have all these skill points I could spend, but I'm just not in a hurry to do it. Alright, so that will auto-feed. We won't have to do that manually anymore. That's right, Rabbit Dog. Brain no worky, wah? Twitch or YouTube? Well, we're on YouTube right now, so I'm going to go with YouTube. Let's see, we're asking about something else. Always encounter starvation in all my playthroughs, even though I have 100k food. I wonder if it's due to excessive use of urgent priority. It could just be like the timing of their breaks and stuff, and when they're eating, how much time they have to eat. So I think on our schedule we gave them. Oh, that's interesting. Huh? They added these little symbols in for like nighttime and daytime. Interesting. I thought we had given them 4 segments of downtime, but I guess I didn't. But we haven't really had any trouble with starvation. It might have to do with like when they can access the food, how far they have to run to go get it, what the timing is in their schedule. It's kind of a few things. Fox is confused. He just intended to do that other thing instead of the thing. That's right. That's what I do. Things instead of the things. Well, that's set. I have them analyzing up here, and they built the door, so that's okay. I hate that I let all that gas in here. That sucks. I should have put a water seal here instead, maybe. They still haven't swept up the slime in here, which is off-gassing. Ooh, we're gonna pump out a lot of polluted oxygen. Okay, maybe I should do a vent. What do we got in here? Wow, that's high pressure polluted oxygen. Alright, any duplicate going out there is going to get popped eardrums. It's a good thing I had this blocked off or we would have flooded the colony with it. Oh, so a CO2 vent worked fine there, but it didn't work on the top end. The symbols in the schedule stand for early bird and night owl buffs. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I don't know if I have any of those, but it's nice to know what time frame it applies to. They've made a lot of good quality of life updates with the launch upgrade, and then even after that, I think they've made a few more. It's pretty handy. Nevertheless, we have hit the midnight mark my time, so I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. But thanks everyone for coming to hang out. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, click on the subscribe button. Come back and hang out with us again, or come and check out a video. As I said, I did upload a Minecraft video earlier today. It's like the first time I've ever played it on the channel. I'm kind of a noob, but it was kind of fun anyway. So feel free to go check that out. Appreciate the super chats from everyone tonight. I don't know what my stream schedule is going to be. I've kind of been flying by the seat of my pants a little bit lately. So it's kind of, most of it's probably going to be like last minute posted streams and stuff. But thanks so much everyone for coming to hang out just the same. I'm as always CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.